peaceful village, nestled in the heart of a lush, green valley, lived a mother goat and her 7 little kids. The valley was known for its picturesque beauty, with rolling hills, sparkling streams, and an abundance of colorful flowers. The goats' cozy home was a small, charming cottage at the edge of a forest. The mother goat was known for her nurturing nature, and she adored her 7 kids more than anything in the world. Each morning, she would wake them up with gentle kisses and prepare a hearty breakfast of fresh grass and clover. One bright, sunny day, as the birds sang merrily and the scent of wildflowers filled the air, Mother Goat gathered her kids around her. "My dear children," she said in her soothing voice, "I need to go to the market to buy some food. You must stay inside the house and not open the door for anyone. Be wary of the wicked wolf who lurks in the forest. He is clever and dangerous, and he would love to make a meal out of you." The little goats, with their big, innocent eyes, nodded in understanding. They loved their mother dearly and promised to obey her instructions. To help them recognize her voice, Mother Goat sang a special song that only she knew. The kids listened carefully, committing the melody to memory. "Do not open the door unless you hear this song," she reminded them before setting off on her journey. As soon as Mother Goat was out of sight, the 7 little goats busied themselves with their favorite games. They played hide and seek, chased butterflies, and explored every nook and cranny of their cozy cottage. Meanwhile, in the depths of the dark forest, the cunning wolf was watching. He had overheard Mother Goat's warning to her kids and hatched a plan to deceive them. The wolf approached the goat's cottage stealthily and knocked on the door. In his gruff voice, he tried to mimic Mother Goat. "Open the door, my dear children. It's your mother, back from the market with delicious treats." The kids, however, were not easily fooled. "No, no. You are not our mother," they cried in unison. "Our mother has a soft, sweet voice, not a rough one like yours." Disappointed but not discouraged, the wolf retreated to a nearby stream. He drank the cool water and practiced speaking in a higher, softer tone. When he felt confident, he returned to the cottage and knocked again, this time imitating Mother Goat's voice more convincingly. "Open the door, my dear children. It's your mother, back from the market with delicious treats," he called out. The little goats were almost convinced, but they remembered their mother's song. "Sing us the special song, and we will open the door," they demanded. The wolf, taken aback, realized he did not know the song. He quickly made up a tune, but it was nothing like the one Mother Goat had sung. The kids saw through his deception and refused to open the door. Frustrated, the wolf decided to change his approach. He sneaked into a nearby mill and coated his paws in white flour to make them look like a goat's. Then he knocked on the door again, singing a melody he had overheard Mother Goat humming earlier. The 7 little goats, seeing the white paws and hearing the familiar tune, believed it was their mother at the door. They eagerly opened the door, only to be horrified when the wicked wolf burst into their cottage. The kids screamed and scattered in all directions, trying to hide from the menacing predator. The first kid hid under the bed, the second in a large pot, the third in the cupboard, the fourth under a blanket, the fifth in a barrel, the sixth behind the curtains, and the seventh, the smallest of them all, in the grandfather clock. The wolf, with his sharp senses, quickly found and devoured 6 of the little goats, one by one. However, he missed the smallest kid, hidden safely inside the clock. Satisfied with his feast, the wolf lumbered out of the cottage and made his way to a shady tree by the river bank, where he lay down to rest. His belly was full, and he soon drifted into a deep sleep, snoring loudly. When Mother Goat returned home, she was greeted by an eerie silence. The cottage, usually filled with the joyful sounds of her children's laughter, was now unnervingly quiet. Fear gripped her heart as she called out for her kids, but there was no response. She searched every room, finding signs of a struggle but no trace of her beloved children. Desperation turned to hope when she heard a faint voice coming from the grandfather clock. She opened the clock's door and found her youngest kid, trembling but unharmed. Through his tears, the little kid recounted the terrifying events that had transpired in her absence. Mother Goat's eyes blazed with anger and determination. She knew she had to save her children and teach the wolf a lesson he would never forget. With the youngest kid by her side, Mother Goat set off to find the wicked wolf. They followed the trail of destruction until they reached the river bank, where the wolf lay snoring under the tree. His belly, bloated from his gluttony, rose and fell with each snore. Mother Goat devised a clever plan. She instructed her youngest kid to fetch a pair of scissors, a needle, and some thread. With great care, she approached the sleeping wolf and carefully cut open his belly. To her immense relief, the 6 little goats were still alive inside. One by one, she pulled them out, hugging each of them tightly as tears of joy streamed down her face. To teach the wolf a lesson, Mother Goat filled his belly with heavy stones and sewed it back up. The wolf, still in a deep sleep, did not feel a thing. Mother Goat and her 7 kids quickly returned home, grateful to be reunited and safe once more. When the wolf finally awoke, he felt an insatiable thirst. He dragged himself to the river to drink, but the weight of the stones made him lose his balance and fall into the water. Unable to swim, the wolf sunk to the bottom and drowned. The valley breathed a collective sigh of relief, knowing they were finally free from the wolf's terror. From that day on, the Mother Goat and her 7 little kids lived happily and peacefully. The kids learned the importance of caution and the value of their mother's love and wisdom. And Mother Goat, ever watchful and caring, continued to protect her children, ensuring they grew up in a world filled with love and safety. The story of the wolf and the 7 little goats became a cherished tale in the valley, a reminder of the strength of a mother's love and the importance of bravery and cleverness in the face of danger. If you like the story, then subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories.